It is a beautiful afternoon here at the River House, and I'm going to take care of some stuff so that tomorrow we can hit the ground running. There's some backhoe maintenance. I got to hook up to the trailer so I can pick up some pipe, stuff like that. Before we start, it was brought to my attention that, the way I sort of use the camera as a way to talk to myself makes me come off a touch more incompetent than I deserve. The whole, gosh, I don't know what to do. That's really just me talking to myself. And it's kind of like I got a sticker I need to remove, and I'm sort of scratching around the edges till I can find out how to get in. I know how to remove the sticker. I gotta find the place to start it. So I'm probably gonna stop doing that. We're just gonna, instead of walking through while I make up my ever-loving mind, I'm just gonna tell you what my ever-loving mind said for me to do. I think that's probably better. At least in here, where it counts. One of the really nice features about the Case 530 backhoe I've got is it comes equipped with the automatic dust abatement system. Now, what that does is it helps keep dust down on the construction site by, well, it's not politically correct, but by applying a fine layer of a light grade dust abatement oil. It's a really convenient system and it seems to work great. But unfortunately, I'm a little low on it, so I want to get that filled back up again. Luckily, it is just hydraulic fluid, and they store it in the tractor's hydraulic tanks until it can be applied in an even and smooth manner by the various leaking cylinders that power my particular rolling monstrosity. And I noticed the other day that the bucket just didn't have the oomph to go all the way up to the top. And around here, we like our oomph. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dust abatement oil back in the machine so we're ready to go. Done. I don't know how much dust fluid it needed, but it got, maybe 1.5 gallons. I started to see it in the bottom of the cup. That doesn't necessarily mean it filled both tanks. This is one of those horrible systems where it uses loader arms. And I admit, because there's a very small connection line between the two tanks to equalize them. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's equalized yet, but to be honest, it doesn't need any more. I typically end up with more oil than my dust, so it's good enough. Look at that! We're already taking care of some dust. So let's take care of some other things. So this thing broke off a while ago, and that means that I can only put one of the hoe arm chains on, and then when it happens it just constantly swings sideways, and it's a matter of time until I bang it on something, and what I bang it on might be my truck. So I have been working with the machine just by reaching around and lifting the thing. I'd like to fix it, but that's not... Ooh, look at that. See? It's one of the best things. It spreads the oil out. Does a great job. What I'd also like to do, and what is really far more damaging, I think, is it's gotten a bit crunchy down in here. I know I showed this once before, but I'm about to use this to dig a bunch of dirt. It will just be dirt, so it's not like it's that big a deal, but I'm about to do a bunch with it. So I got the grinder. You can see that crack is opening up. So I don't want to grind out here and bind it together. It's definitely not going to be a final solution, but at least pin it in place so it can't get worse, and then we'll fix it later. By later I mean never. Just keep welding it back on. This side, again, opened up. And this one's all the way up into here. So I got the welder in the back of the pickup, and I think that I can power it off of the water pump. I put a plug box in there, so I'm going to go ahead and tap into the water pump. It means I got to get this thing within like 6, maybe 7 inches of the truck, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be using lights. All right, we've got our carved back, nice little channel to fill. You'll notice that it has got oil soaking through the crack. Now that's good. It'll help lubricate the welds, really get them down in there deep. This thing is a nice zigzag crack, so I'm gonna have to, it kind of vanishes. I'm not sure how far up into here it is. This is splitting this piece. This is splitting that piece. Either way, somebody's having a good time. In a fantastic bout of timing, ran out of welding gas. Of course, I was paying very close attention and noticed immediately when that happened. So I need a new shieldy, tippy thing on the end of it. I've got all the filters for the excavator, and I want to change the oil. You know, it's not my oil. I mean, it's dark, but it's not that dark, but I don't care. It's not my oil. I want my oil. I want to know exactly how much is really on there. I can't afford to have it go down, and oil is cheap compared to other things. Out of sheer irritation, I pulled one of the pins out of the backhoe's bucket so that I can add a grease fitting to it. Unfortunately, the one that truly needs some work, one side is pinned firm and the other side has more than an inch. And I can't really get it out right now. I mean, I could probably beat it out, but I kind of need the thing tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and, well, just leave it there. I got the red trailer hooked up because I need to pick up 2 sticks of 20-foot 4-inch Schedule 40 from the lumber yard. So here's hoping, they said they just leave them out along the fence for me, and here's hoping I don't have to have a long conversation with the police about why exactly I'm loading stuff out of the lumber yard after dark. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Kind of a night of pissing in the wind. We'll hit her again tomorrow. So this episode of the River House, maybe it's over. It's probably not over. It's probably, I don't know. I guess I guess we'll all find out together.